Welcome back to another episode of You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I am Myles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We are presented by Ice Mountain, and we are live, folks. We are back in the studio, full strength. Ryan, weekend. How you feeling after a long weekend?
I would say I'm feeling pretty solid. You know, it's like, I need this long weekend. Usually I don't get recharged after long weekends. I'm just more tired.
Really? Because you just are having too much fun?
I'm just having fun, having funsies. And also I sleep in later on the weekends and a long weekend. And it's just, sleeping in later for me just makes me more groggy the next day.
That's true. You got to wake up and get after it.
I know. I didn't wake up and I didn't hit the ground running yesterday morning, and it kind of fucked me for today.
What did you do? Just hit the ground walking, or you just hit the ground crawling?
I hit the ground rolling pretty much.
Okay. So you somersaulted to the kitchen. Got yourself a couple espresso shots and you're on your way.
Box of cereal.
Yep. Espresso shots, made pancakes on the bee stone. Bacon on the bee stone.
Don't need a whole life story.
I mean, so I did kind of.
I gotta stop asking him questions like that at the beginning of this.
Yeah, but you never know what's gonna come on.
Brian, how was your weekend? Well, so we gotta start last Monday.
Brush my teeth.
I brushed my teeth Monday morning. I started thinking about the weekend, but then obviously I had the full work week.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years since I haven't brushed my teeth in the morning. If you're wondering.
I'll slip by
weekends like this. I'll maybe miss a toothbrushing or two.
You got to get that shit out of your mouth.
I hate it. I hate the feeling.
Yeah, but as soon as you drink coffee, your morning mouth feels gone. So,
it is, yeah.
You got to brush your teeth after coffee.
That is true.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
I don't do that ever.
There's people out there that brush their teeth after every meal, which is psychotic.
Yeah, I did. A lot of people in the news did that. They got to keep their teeth white for on air. Every meal, they're brushing their teeth in the bathroom.
But they're sucking coffees down all day.
Yeah, well, you brush your teeth after.
That's why you got to drink out of a straw. That's what all the girls on Instagram say. You got to drink out of a straw so you don't ruin your teeth.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even...
But then also, if you drink out of a straw, you then develop smile wrinkles. So it's a
You
whole
also
thing.
fuck the turtles.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Every straw is a murdered turtle, is what I've heard.
At least.
That's why I do paper
sometimes
straws.
two.
Last week, Ryan, thanks for asking.
How was your weekend?
No, weekend was good, but last week I ate at the only Culver's. I had myself a little burger, a little root beer. We talked about root beer on Patreon, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. It's just, and what I love about root beer is I accidentally put ice in it, and I was so pissed because root beer should not be drank with ice in it. It's a pure thing. Like, you don't drink beer with ice in it.
That's why root beer is commonly served in a frosted mug.
I was going to say frosty.
Correct.
You're not supposed
you
to
don't
have
want ice in there, and I messed it up, and I wish I could go back. Like, if I have the one regret from the last 3 years, it's that.
What kind of root beer was it?
Culver's.
It's Culver's
Oh,
root beer.
fuck. Yeah. Well, we talked about all those. Yeah.
But I was thinking over the weekend, I maybe was participating in some recreational activities at the lake, and I started thinking about that burger. And one hill that I absolutely will die on is that Culver's is the best fast food joint in all of the land. I'm talking, In-N-Out Burger. I do like Shake Shack. Don't get me wrong. I think that's better than In-N-Out. But something about a butter burger just hits a little bit different. Then you suck down a little Culver's root beer. You got crinkle fries, cheese curds, the whole thing. It's an experience like you're never going to get. And the atmosphere in a Culver's is just it feels like I'm at someone's house. The way that they've designed the decor inside.
You feel blue in a good way.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
It's all blue on the inside.
No, it's got nice wood paneling,
blue
and nice
accent
pictures that my grandma would hang in her house, It's nice.
You go in there, they're like, that's a photo of me up there.
Yeah, how'd they do that?
See, I was a Culver's denier when I moved to Fargo because I didn't have one. I was at A&W. There's no way it can be better than A&W. And then I had Culver's a couple of times, and I was still being a little stubborn about it. Like, no way, it's better. It's better.
Yeah, anyone who says In-N-Out Burger is the best fast food burger joint out there, You just haven't had a Culver's.
Yeah, I think people say In-N-Out's the best fast food burger because it's the novelty of not always having it. So when you do get it, it's that much better.
I could have one every other day and still would have the novelty. I don't know. It's just me.
Does Culver's have a secret menu?
I don't know.
I feel like we should try that.
Well,
It's
we
a
wouldn't
secret.
know because it's a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would we know? I
like
mean,
how we
there's-
found out about
I
In-N-Out's
don't
secret
work
menu.
at Culver's. How am I supposed to know?
I think you should go and just start. Can I get a number 48
And wink.
and
Yeah.
just see what happens?
Yeah, that menu's cute, but show me the real menu.
Where's that? Maybe it's a prison break situation, like the tattoos. The secret menu is hidden in code
That
somewhere.
would be. We could start a conspiracy
Yeah,
based off of nothing, out of thin air. I mean, that's how conspiracy theories start, anyways.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's definitely a hill that I would die on, though, is Culver's through and through. And it's kind of one of those things that Culver's came to town, and when I was a kid, we had it. And it was really, really good. And then you start exploring the world as you get older, and you go to all these other places, and you realize it's kind of like, growing up in a small town. You move away, try to find the love of your life, and you realize that she was back home the whole time.
Oh, yeah, home is
And
where the
that's
heart
really
is.
what's happened to me over the last 30 years. Is you realize that the first girl you kissed on the playground on the monkey bars was the person you were supposed to marry. It's like a Hallmark movie.
that's
was the
quite
one.
literally my little sister's relationship.
Really?
Yep, dated in high school, broke up in college, then like 6 years later they got
She's
back
got
together.
a Culver's relationship then. I like it.
I wonder if anyone's ever had Culver's cater a wedding.
I messed up. That's what I should have
That's
done.
Jared. Is there time, dude?
There's time.
Jared, there is time?
Mhm.
Okay.
Really? You haven't picked the food yet?
You may need to
Jared,
go
you're getting
make
married in like a week.
Jared, you need to go make a few calls.
Well, yeah. Well, the pizza that's coming at night is Pizza Ranch pizza. So maybe you could sub in. No pun
Pizza Ranch
intended.
pizzas.
Culver's.
It slaps.
I mean, I'm going to have the pizza piles the whole next day.
Did you get the fried chicken too?
No, just the pizza. The za.
Huh.
Yeah, we could sub them in.
Yeah.
So you think Culver's is better? Culver's burger is better than a Whopper?
Yes.
100%.
Ryan.
Yes.
Not even close.
Ryan. Are you kidding me with that? I hate how much you love Burger King.
And
Whopper. That was way louder than I was supposed to be.
So loud.
You might have to cut that out.
Oh, that's fine.
Headphone warning.
Right after.
Hey, hindsight's 2020. Headphone warning.
I apologize.
I can get on board with that. I can get on board that original deluxe is better than the Whopper. I became a Culver's believer when they switched from Pepsi products to Coke products, which happened about
That did have you was
a year and a half ago.
Wasn't you and Ann on a road trip?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
we were
Weirdest thing ever.
me and Aunt come back from Green Bay. Great road trip. We were both on the same same wavelength, like not too much talking,
Hey.
but also good conversation.
Cool it. That's
you
my
tone it
wife.
down.
It wasn't that fun. You didn't enjoy it that much.
Well, we celebrated. We were like 2 hours away from town. We celebrated with fucking Coke products from Culver's.
That was Ann texted me. She was like, "I'm so jacked right now." They had Diet Coke at Culver's.
Yeah, I think it was like within the first week of them transitioning.
Wow.
See, but like I like Diet Coke. I love Diet Coke, you could say, but I would never ever get it at Culver's. I think it's blasphemy to not get root beer.
Agreed. Or
Hey,
cream
hey,
soda.
try a root beer when you're there next.
I think you'd
No,
love
I'll try
it.
cream
I think
soda.
you would.
I mean, I've had it.
Try it again.
Yeah, one more time.
So that's one big perk for me. Another one too is I don't think there's a Blizzard style ice cream sweet delicious treat out there that compares to the concrete mixer.
I don't think I've ever had a concrete mixer.
I
to be
have.
honest.
They're very thick. They are concretey.
Yeah. Hence the name.
Now, I suppose if you think about it, it's like the aggregate, cement. I suppose it's all in there.
No, here's another little trick too. If you want to,
That's what they should do as a commercial. They should have an actual concrete mixing truck
Yeah.
backed up to the thing. And then when someone orders one, they come straight from the
that'd be
chute.
awesome. I mean, you're the concrete guy.
Hey, Mr. Culver, just call me.
The commercial starts with a concrete truck just driving through a neighborhood and kids running after it. Like, why are these kids running after it? and then all of a sudden it plays the ice cream truck music and the concrete mixer comes out.
That's actually also a great idea. We can do a whole series.
Yep.
And I'm the concrete truck driver.
Yep.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of bees around, but we can mitigate
That's
those.
all right.
We can.
That's honey.
It's a TV commercial. It's not real.
It'll do a
yeah.
collab with
sure.
with Raid.
Another little trick out there too is
It's the bee killer.
the small concrete mixer is $2 cheaper than the small DQ Blizzard, and I personally think they're just as good, if not better. So you save a little coin there. You could get 2 smalls for like a little bit more than 1 small at DQ.
I got 2 dogs in the fight, so I'm gonna bow out on that conversation. I do love Dairy Queen.
No, I do too. And
I mean, you know me.
The peanut butter cookie dough is
raving
fucking
about
fire.
Blizzards,
But-
and you're just gonna slap that in my fucking face.
Nobody's out there fucking raving about DQ burgers. So I think it's
true.
it's different churches.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. Just keep that shit out of your mouth, though. Ryan,
Yep.
you and I had a pretty good Patreon last week.
Yes,
You
we
remember?
did.
I don't remember if you could remember through all of the hookah smoke in the room, but you know what made that hookah session just top tier?
Probably how smooth the bubbles were.
Yep, we put some Ice Mountain in the bottom, bubbling up. Jared, that was Jared's cocktail he
Yes,
put in
it
there.
was.
Mm-hmm.
So talk me through the process. You took the Ice Mountain out of the aluminum can.
Yep.
Then what?
I cracked it open, the hookah,
Mhm.
and then I just poured it in.
Did you?
No funnel.
Wow.
That was it?
Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
Yeah.
That's
No
impressive.
funnel?
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Didn't spill one drip.
I mean, that's a guy who's experienced around an aluminum Ice Mountain bottle. And if you guys would like to be as experienced and feeling as good as Ryan and I did last Friday, you guys got to go to Ice Mountain's places and get some water. go to the G station, the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it online, I think.
IceMountainWater.com.
WTR.com, guys. And the beauty of the aluminum bottles is 1% goes back to the Great Lakes region.
Great Lakes. The best lakes.
Yeah, it says donating 1% of sales purchases aluminum bottle to the programs and people who give their best to the region. And that's what we really care about.
That's what we're here for.
Not only you get hydrated, not only you get a nice little hookah sesh in, you give them 1% back. And if you get 1% better every single day, at the end of the year, you're 30 times better or something like that.
Yeah.
GBP said that.
After 100 days, you're 100% better.
If you laugh, you cry, and you drink Ice Mountain every day, that's a full day, folks. So go get yourself an Ice Mountain, stay hydrated up. You got Ryan, you got to have a hill that you would die on.
I mean, I got a fucking mountain I'll die on. And the hill that I will die on is that electric mowers are 1,000 times better than gas mowers.
And why, Ryan? Why?
Because you never have to worry about running out of gas, running to the gas station, filling up the 5-gallon gas
So
tank. coming
instead, you
back.
run out of battery, and then you got to wait a half hour for it to charge.
Well, you run out of battery, and then you just pop your other one in.
See,
So now I got to have what, $2,500 in batteries laying around?
them shits ain't cheap.
No, but if you expand your lawn tool closet, if you will, you buy a battery with every other lawn tool or whatever, and then by that time you got 4 batteries stacked up.
What if I don't want to walk? What if I want a rider
See, that's what I was
They have
going to say.
they have electric riders too.
for $7,000?
5.
See, I don't think I could get behind the electric rider though.
You'd be on top of it.
You're right.
Yeah, you wouldn't be behind. You would be sitting on top of it.
Yep.
Yep. Thanks, Jared.
I'm actually 100% with you with the push mower. I've used your push mower. It's fucking sweet.
It's the best. And
It's okay.
if you're not a small engine guy, and something goes wrong with your rider, what do? Change the spark plugs
bring
out.
her
What
in.
if it's not the
I
spark plugs?
call my dad.
Call a small engine guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's also revoking your man card.
So what do you
isn't
do
it?
if your electric mower stops working?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Is that
okay.
a guarantee?
I've had my mower since 2018, and I've never had an issue with it. Not a single one.
That's a plus.
You
That's
sharpen
a
the
plus.
blade, and that's it. Fucking pop that battery in. You're done, and I can mow my lawn on less than a full battery.
But like I'm
You
talking.
also got a sub
Sub-
Q
yeah.
SQFT house. and what is it?
Which means bigger
Which
lawn.
means bigger lawn.
Smaller house, bigger
but is
lawn.
it like a 1/10 of an acre lot?
Yeah.
0.2.
Okay.
Could be a
exact.
couple AA batteries to get that thing done.
Double A's, Jared. We're
It's like
talking
the
56-volt lithiums.
it's like the Ken and Barbie like playhouse set, but this one Ken mows the lawn.
Yeah. Right.
It's just like can fit on your table.
Fisher
Just think
Price.
about the money that you spend in gas for a rider. Like you could just buy a couple batteries with that.
That is true. But
And
then
also-
I'm walking.
Now they're I just saw the brand I have. They're coming out with an electric dirt bike. So I can just pop those babies in. My kid can go ripping around on the gravel road. I mean,
The
Universal.
shitty part though is you are committed to a brand once you buy one
I am.
electric thing.
I am.
It's a great model by them.
You're absolutely correct. But I mean, they've won my loyalty at this point. So
Yeah, I don't. I could go either way. I get it, but again, to buy a giant, I think the one I saw at Fleet Farm was like $7,000. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
It was
I
pretty
know
expensive.
And it's the same brand that Ryan uses. But that's the one you're talking about? Yeah.
It's like $7,000.
5. You
Well-
gotta ask if they have a deal going on. Or
Ryan's
something.
gonna negotiate him down.
It's on the secret menu.
Yeah.
The Fleet Farm secret menu.
And I think it's once you've crossed the line of like trying out the electric stuff, you just buy one electric tool besides a drill. I think you're converted. You're fully converted after that.
I mean, I'm not quite. I have an electric snowblower and I love it. Don't get me wrong. But my batteries don't work as well as I think they should. Like I will go through both batteries just snow blowing my driveway.
Yeah, I will too. It also depends on how thick and heavy the snow is.
Yeah.
You could also get a snow brush to where it just fucking zips a brush around and you just blow it right off. It's super light and fluffy. There's options. I can bring you through them in my office when we're all done.
Do you work for
Yeah,
this
salesman.
company?
No, but that's how big of a believer I am in it. Is these things are unbelievable. Fucking pop. Weed whacking, fucking hedge trimming, fucking snow blowing. I got all seasons covered. I got them all covered.
Okay. Next thing you know, he's gonna come home with a blow dryer that's got the battery for his wife.
Yeah.
Honey, guess what I got you? And she's got to hold it with two hands because
Yeah.
the battery's so fucking huge.
Yeah, she goes to make a smoothie in the morning. It's just you got a 56-volt battery in the fucking smoothie maker.
Just literally, she has to carry batteries from room to room because everything is on that.
Well, they probably make a holster for it.
Ryan's got his whole house now is just hooked up to 8 of those batteries. The generator.
And I think I have to get a little defensive because I know that people will come at me for this take. Because
No, it's a hill you'll die on,
It's a
yeah.
hill I'll die on, and people are gassed till the day they die. But I'm not into fucking running to the gas station.
You're not gassing them up though.
I'm not gas. Well, no, I'm not gassing them up. So yeah, that's definitely a hill I'll die on.
Tyler, you have a hill that you would die on?
I'm working on it. I am. Jared, I know, has one.
Mine is good salsa is better than good queso.
Oh.
I would agree, actually, Jared.
No,
Yeah.
come on.
I actually would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. It's more of a taste flavor thing for me than anything.
See,
All queso.
so I would agree that like a really good salsa is awesome, but I will get bored with salsa after like 4 or 5 chips. I never get bored of queso. I mean, I'm licking the bowl. It doesn't even if it's shitty queso.
Even middle
You've
of the
never
road.
seen me lick a bowl for salsa. Have you ever licked a bowl for salsa?
I've eaten an entire jar in one sitting, like on multiple.
But have you
occasions.
licked the jar?
No, I can't really get my tongue inside of a jar.
Got to
Okay,
shatter it
well,
open.
first of all, you haven't had a good jar then.
I got to get them wide mouthed jars.
But like, I don't know. I get bored with salsa. It's like, oh, but then I dip my toe in a queso. Not literally. That would be gross.
So could you sit down and
This is my bowl of queso. I dip my toe in it.
Oh no, it's mine now.
Yeah.
could you
I'm
sit
gonna
down
lick it later.
Yeah.
could you sit down and dummy a whole jar of queso?
Done it. I did it last
Really?
week. No, I didn't last week, but I did the week before that. Oh, yeah.
I'm 100% with Myles on this.
I'm 100% with Jared on this.
Yeah, I'm 100% with myself on this.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. You're supposed to die on this hill.
Now, have you guys ever had that? I don't know if this salsa is sold all over the place, but it's the stuff you get at the grocery store. It's like really, it's like water damn near, but it's got some good kick to it. You know what I'm talking about, Jared?
Mm-mm.
But that's the thing. Salsa isn't good unless it's hot. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things.
Spicy
that-
hot?
Yeah, like spicy
Okay.
hot. Yeah, not like heat up in the microwave.
I mean, when it comes to the tortilla chip dips, I mean, salsa might be 3 for me after guac and queso.
guacamole, queso, fuck even sour cream maybe.
Yeah.
Sour
Some
cream?
French onion.
Imagine sitting down with a bowl of sour cream, just hammering some tortilla chips with it.
Maybe like potato skins would be good, but yeah, maybe.
But like, you know, like I feel like
Right.
salsa to make it really good, it needs to be really hot, spicy. I mean,
Yeah,
Queso,
I think
just to
there's
be
a
good, has to be melted.
it just
Also-
has to be cheese.
Yep.
I can't let you get away.
I've even had cold
Mhm.
queso before and loved it. Have you ever taken a queso?
I mean, I've had
out
hot
of the fridge?
salsa,
Hmm?
and I've loved it.
No, I mean spicy.
No, I've had like temperature hot salsa and liked it.
Yeah, I mean salsa has its time. I get it, but I mean, to say it's better than queso, it's just
I mean, I love both. I like salsa more.
Hmm.
Not like I hate queso.
Tyler, do you have guac in your fridge?
No, usually you make it
But
by crushing up.
do you have avocado? Do you have avocados?
Mm-hmm.
So you're making guac like more than you're eating guac more than salsa?
Correct.
No
that is
way.
true. Like if we're having like people over for dinner, we're gonna make up some guac. We're not gonna like slap down some salsa or make salsa.
Really?
Yeah, we'd have guac before we'd have salsa.
Guac is a little easier to make than salsa.
Jars open, salsa's ready. What?
I'm saying like homemade, like how you make guac from avocados
Oh,
and shit.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Homemade,
compared to salsa.
absolutely. Yeah. You don't have to make your own salsa. You just need to know somebody that makes 50,000 jars of it and get some from them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's true. I'll give you that. What's the deal with restaurants doing the puree salsa? You know
like
what I mean?
Like the blended up shit.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about.
I don't. I think I'd rather have
No, I like a chunky salsa better than
chunky
a
is
blended
better
one.
in my mind. What do you think, Jared? You're the salsa guy.
I like it more the puree kind.
You-
I'm not a big chunky guy.
Jared, this is
Holy
a tall
smokes.
hill.
See, I
Yeah.
think if I had to choose, I'd go with puree as well because you don't lose any off the chip.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The chunky salsa, there's a lot of liquid that just runs
feels
off.
more fresh to me when it's
Yeah,
chunky.
my favorite salsa is one that's just loaded with corn, like a thick corn salsa with huge tomatoes
It's not
and
even
shit in it.
salsa.
Sounds
it's
like
corn salsa.
I know.
Sounds like the
Well,
shit
what's
I took
corn
yesterday
salsa?
morning.
I know, but
It's not corn dip.
right? Yeah,
It's street corn salsa, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, they sell a big one at Costco.
that's like
It's very
saying
good.
that root beer is beer, Tyler. You know, it's just not the same thing, even close.
I think the reason I like puree more is because I'm very sensitive to cilantro, and if it's a chunky salsa, they're more likely to taste cilantro.
I am glad I'm not your wife. Cooking for you would be a disaster. Can't have cilantro. Make it a puree. Get that queso out of this house, out of this country. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, wow.
I'm very difficult.
Talk about a high maintenance eater. I didn't know.
Sorry about that. I'll work on it.
Yeah, if you want a puree too, you could just take a chunky salsa, throw it in the blender,
That is a good point.
and it would.
Sounds like so much work.
It's not very practical to do it at a restaurant though. If it's chunky salsa.
Yeah, you
Take
can't
this
go out in
bowl
the
back and
back
blend
and-
it for me.
Yeah. Like the Mexican restaurant in town's got, I think they got a puree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
But I still would rather have their little like dip. You know what I'm talking about? The white dip.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
a
a
ranchy, sweet.
ranch
Yeah,
sour
I'm
I'm
cream
not
type.
sure what it is.
I only eat the salsa there if that dip is gone. You know, it's like
Yeah, usually that's usually last for me.
So salsa's like third on the roster for you.
yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Tyler, did you find a hill to die on?
Jared's kind of spurred one with me. I think mayo is an elite condiment. I fucking love mayo.
I mean, it's like not that hot of a
I
take.
mean, it's a hill I'll die on, though.
That is true.
And I think Miracle Whip is
if I had to pick one
Correct.
condiment that Tyler would be gung ho about, it would be mayo. It's like you just are mayo.
I like it. It's my favorite condiment.
Like if you were a clinic, you'd be Mayo Clinic.
Yep. That's the best clinic in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you were in the NFL, you play for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Gerard Mayo would be your head coach.
But like, even like I'll mix it with barbecue sauce if I don't like the barbecue sauce or ketchup.
Yeah. I mean, I love mayo.
Yep.
But I if I'm putting it on a sandwich, I definitely spread it on there thinner than I would something else.
No, like a BLT, it's mayo's a main ingredient.
Yeah, I usually do put it on about a 1/4 inch thick.
Yep. The thicker the better.
Yeah.
And if you ever
That's a lot.
It is a lot when it comes to mayonnaise.
I'm an absolute spaz. I fucking hate Miracle Whip.
I agree.
Don't give me that.
I would need
sweet.
to do it side by side taste test. Right? Like it's been a long time since I've had Miracle Whip to remember what it tastes like.
You're not missing much.
I would
Is
love
it
to try.
Miracle Whip, isn't that whipped cream?
No.
No, that's Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Sorry.
Cool Whip.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean Miracle Whip's just a
Ryan's like, they're not even the same fucking thing.
Different church, different pew.
He's like, you guys are putting Cool Whip on your sandwiches? Might be kind of
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That actually would be good. Like you do like a cinnamon sugar toast with
Fuck,
butter,
that would be
and
good.
then
Miles.
do some
Oh.
Cool Whip on top.
It's like a Reese's cup, couple Reese's cups on there.
It's just just whipped cream needs to be going on more things.
Yeah. It needs
But
to be
I
going
will
on.
say that Cool Whip is better than Ready Whip or whatever.
The spray,
can.
yeah.
I'd agree.
Cool Whip does need to go on more things.
It's like
More things than just girls' nipples.
That's Ready Whip.
I think it needs to
yeah,
go on
we're not
more.
wasting the delicacy that is Cool Whip on a bikini or a Cool Whip bra.
Whipped cream bikini.
You got a spoon out.
You just like massage it in there.
No, I think Cool would probably be easy. You just grab a container and stick it on each one and pull
That
it
is
off.
true. That is true. Throw a cherry at the very bottom of it so
Yep.
the cherry comes out with it.
That is true.
I mean, you
Yeah.
might have for certain builds, you might need a bigger tin of Cool Whip, but
Commercial size.
Yeah.
Like a 5-gallon bucket.
yeah,
I'm sure the Cisco truck could drop one
yeah,
off
for
for you.
sure. They got to sell it in bulk to restaurants.
Yeah, that'd be actually a great anything but clothing party, an ABC party. You just wear a Cool Whip container bra, and then later at the end of the night, you just take your top off.
You're ready to go, yeah.
and then you're still covered up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're just full containers of Cool Whip all day like in the hot sun?
It would be funny if a dude did a whipped cream bikini.
We should do that. we should
Yeah.
we should have a guys weekend. We can all do Cool Whip bikinis
Hell yeah.
like over your junk. Cool Whip banana hammock. Yeah, I'll do a banana split with whipped cream.
Sorry, sir, that's a hot fudge sundae.
What?
Nuts.
No, you can count on one thing. My grandma's a Cool Whip gal. She's not every Thanksgiving, a little pumpkin pie with Cool Whip. That's how it goes.
She make it? She make her own, or she
I
straight from the
doubt
container?
it. I doubt it.
Yeah.
So you're a Cool Whip guy, or you're a
I'm a
mayo
mayo-
guy?
mayo-
You're a mayo guy.
Yep.
When did you learn that you didn't like the other?
So my grandpa loves Miracle Whip, and so every time I'd go over there, my grandma would make me sandwiches or something with Miracle Whip, and I'm like, "Why does this taste like shit?"
You said that to your grandma?
You're such a good cook. Why does this suck? And she's like, "Well, I don't know. I just put Miracle." I'm like, "That's it." And I finally figured out I hate Miracle Whip.
What's the taste difference?
It's tastes to me like rotten mayo, like something
Very sweet.
Yeah,
Tangy?
Yeah.
yeah. It's like it's like kind of mayo, but it's just weirdly like an aftertaste I don't like.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Interesting.
kids in Africa who would love Miracle Whip.
I'm sure they would.
I can't
But
believe
luckily
you
I
looked
have
your grandma in
options.
the eyes and said, "This sandwich tastes like shit.
Yeah, she couldn't believe it.
I want you to go back in the kitchen. I want you to redo it."
Get your
Shit
ass back in
sucks.
there, Kathleen.
Yeah, Kathleen.
You said that to GK?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like, listen here, I may be 10 years old, but I run this shit.
It's like that meme, Always Sunny, when he just takes the mac and cheese and throws it or whatever.
Yeah.
That was Tyler as a kid. Jesus, you guys are intense.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Jared just can't have it unless it's pureed, and you put Miracle Whip on my sandwich, I send it
It's
back.
mayo or I send it back.
Yeah. If the mayo comes as Miracle Whip, I send it back.
Very spicy.
I bet if your grandma put Miracle Whip in a mayo jar and made you a sandwich, you wouldn't even know.
I would notice.
No, he wouldn't.
I would absolutely
we need
notice.
to trick him into it. I don't think you would know.
I would absolutely notice.
I'm not sure if we were a trick.
They put a little mustard on there.
Hey, Tyler, why don't you
I don't
eat
like
that
mustard.
sandwich?
Wow, thank you.
I just happen to have this extra turkey sandwich I brought for lunch if you want it.
Yeah, we're doing a ham sandwich episode for Patreon this week.
And then he eats it. And like Ryan's like, "Yeah, I slaved all morning so you guys could have lunch." And Tyler takes one bite. This tastes like ass.
I would.
Did you rub a dog's asshole on this before you gave it to me? You suck at making sandwiches.
It's a miracle I'm still alive.
It's a miracle. I'm gonna whip you.
I would weasel my way out of it somehow.
Tyler does takes a bite and then starts chewing and just goes.
Just spit it out of my hand.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
That's what she was talking about.
Eat Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
No, probably. I don't get it.
Your own joke.
Anyone else like to die on a hill?
What's your guys' preference? Drinking pop. What do you like to drink it out of?
I can't.
Tap. Oh, here we go.
What about you?
Fountain.
Glass.
Tap.
Lumi.
Tap.
I think it's called fountain, but yeah.
Tap. Right.
Tap sounds better.
It can never be beaten.
You're a can guy.
Oh, that's a hill I'll die on. I like bottled beer rather than tap beer.
I can see
Depending.
that. I
Yeah.
can see that. But I still love a tap beer. So you're wrong.
I'll die on that hill though.
I do. I fuck with tap too. I tap that beer.
Depends on the bar. Like if it's a really like dirty bar, I'm going bottled beer all day. I don't trust the lines.
I mean, I just like beer that's in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
And that normally comes out of the tap.
You are very like every time you order one, you order a glass if it comes in a can.
Yeah.
I have noticed that.
Yeah. I usually get pickle with it too. Which is why they bring the glass with pickle. But
Yeah,
Can you imagine if
shove
they
it in there.
didn't? There's like, here's your pickle with your can of beer, weird ass. They,
I would
they
just-
didn't get it.
I just stuff it in there.
Yeah.
Well, no, what you would do is you would take a drink of beer and then you would suck on the
No, beforehand, you got to baby bird your beer. You just like chew up the pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's so hot out.
All right, I'm out. And he's just like going, I guess, and just running his teeth against it and just peeling it off slowly. And all he's got left is the skin.
Oh, no,
He's like, I need another pickle.
You got to eat
Yeah.
the skin with it.
And more salsa.
Skin's got to go with it.
Question: how come we don't just dump a little pickle juice in there?
It's not the same.
Okay.
I mean, I do that too. If I'm at home and I put a spear in there, I'll just maybe to top it off with a little pickle floater at the top.
Little PJ.
Sometimes I will just forego the pickle and just dump a little shot of pickle juice in there.
Yeah, normally I get it if I'm hungry. If I like need an appetizer ASAP.
If you
Pickles.
question, if you see somebody's finished glass of beer and their pickle's still there,
No,
will you
dude.
grab that?
That's an idiotic
Shut the fuck! You've done that.
No,
Yes,
I haven't.
you have.
No, I haven't. It's a
Have you ever brought
idiotic
your own
question.
pickles to the bar knowing they don't have
Never.
it?
Because every bar has pickles. I actually don't know if I've ran into a bar around here anyways that has not had pickles.
At least
true.
they
Bloody
have
Marys.
the chips.
And if they don't have pickles, I'll do olives.
Mm.
And if they don't have spears, I will do chips. Pickled chips.
That's a crazy move.
And if they don't have pickled chips, then I'll just do fried pickles.
in there.
Can you get me the fried pickles unfried,
Without
please?
the breading.
Yeah.
You want a plate of pickles?
I wouldn't even look at someone else's pickle twice. I'd be like, fucking losers.
Did eat the pickle.
Does that ever concern you, the fact that those pickles have just been sitting out and could be kind of gross?
No, not at all. No, because pickles came out of dirt anyway. The cucumbers did.
I would agree with you. I just wondering if you ever thought about it.
No, that stuff usually doesn't cross my. It doesn't bother me. I mean, we used to drink out of the hose. We used to fucking eat. We used to eat vegetables right off the fucking dirt in the garden.
That's true.
It's dirty. So you may call me a dirty boy, but just the way I am.
I like that. Does anyone
I knew
else?
you would.
You're a dirty boy. Does anyone else have a hill they'd like to die on? Now, this whole segment will be much different if it was like you have to go die on a hill after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have said anything we said.
See, but at least me, my hill will be mowed.
At least I'll die with a belly full of Culvers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good way to go out.
Belly full of mayo.
That's the worst one.
I mean, I'm not eating it plain, but I will lick the knife off after.
Ooh, I wouldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
There's sanitary issues and
Why
shit with
fucking
that.
not?
I don't know. That's kind of fucking gross.
The washed knife.
I do kind of like living dangerously, licking a knife. You never know if you're going to cut your tongue or not. You know?
Yeah, I'll like.
I may end up like that one guy with the split tongue and you can move them both separately.
Not a
But,
Joker.
but that's the kind of thrill I want in my life. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
I'm not spreading my mayo with like a buck knife or anything.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, if you're out in the middle of the woods, you will.
True.
Yeah, I'm undefeated licking buck knives.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. No, more than that. I'm probably like fucking 16-0.
I'm just not using my buck knife to really ever prepare food.
I have a buck knife for filleting fish. No, I don't lick it after I fillet
Ew.
fish. But sometimes like I'll be like, I don't know, cutting veggies up or something, and then I need to like go and cut something else up that doesn't need veggie juice on it. So I'll just like, you just gotta tilt the blade up. It's not that.
Show us how you do it.
I gotta get a buck knife.
No, let's just
Hey, there's a
pretend-
scissor. You could use that.
Pretend that it's there. No, just pretend.
and then you flip it.
Oh,
So slow.
my God. Well, Ryan, before we take a break here, you have a beer and a spear. Have you ever met a beer and a spear you wouldn't drink?
Not a single fucking time.
Well, then I need to get you this shirt. Wouldn't.
Where do you? Where can I get it?
Never met a beer I had to. I was going to say wouldn't
Read it
drink a
upside
beer
down.
I never met. Is what I was gonna say.
Drink one night beer.
Where'd you get that?
I got this at oubetcha.com.
No shit.
H you betcha is a sneaky little extra H in there. And I got them on that site. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a pretty good one, easy to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't. I multiple colors, multiple designs. There's all kinds of stuff.
There is. I think there's a bunch of other stuff on there as well.
Tongs. You guys ever lick the
Tongs?
tong after you
Really?
grab a steak, flip a steak, flip a
That's
burger?
good.
Licking tongs is like licking the whisks in like a mixer when you're done
You
mixing
can
up.
really get in there.
I actually like keeping the tongs with me after, like during dinner, so that I can reach across the table, either take Anne's food.
Oh, it's good.
That's
It's
not a bad
nice.
idea either.
The
Oh my
tong-
God, is the stove on fire?
That's not a
The
bad
tongs
idea
on
either.
oubetcha.com are extra long too, so you have more reach when
They
steaming
are.
food.
They're a solid tong,
Mhm.
and they're $4.50.
That is
How
correct.
many we got left?
1,000.
We have less than 1,000.
Yeah, we got about 700.
Okay, then why'd you say 1,000?
I rounded up.
I know, but it sounds way worse. We're getting close. We almost got rid of them.
Yeah, we're on about 7. Last time I looked, it was like 722.
So, guys, go get yourself a T-shirt and a pair of tongs at oubetcha.com. Should we take a break, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this football season, the boys decided we were going to win some money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did. And we're in North Dakota, so we can't sports bet.
Yeah, not in the traditional sense.
Not in the traditional sense, but what we found is we can do prize picks.
Damn right we can.
Tyler, explain to the folks what prize picks is.
Okay, so PrizePicks is basically just you're choosing individual players and a stat line for each player, and you're just going to choose more or less than that player. I'll just give you an example.
Yeah, is your lineup for this week? Week 1 lineup. This is Tyler.
Yes, my week 1 lineup. I have a free square. Do you guys think Caleb Williams is going to throw for more than half a yard?
I'd say there's a 100% chance he will.
I agree. So
I can't say 100%, but I'm 99%.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure Caleb Williams is going to throw for more than a half a yard. I think Aaron Jones of the Minnesota Vikings is going to rush for more than 53.5 yards. I think Justin Jefferson is going to receive for more than 83.5 yards. Sam Darnold, more than 20.5 pass completions. Jordan Addison, I got a red little devil on this one, guys. That means it's a hot pick. More money on this one. He's going to score a touchdown. I don't even know if he's playing, but he's going to score a touchdown.
Okay.
And then, just to keep going with the Vikings fandom, Daniel Jones is going to throw more than half a pick.
Okay. All right.
Yep. That is $10. If all those hit, $10 to win $320.
Jesus. Okay. Well, so, we talk fantasy football a lot, but we're going to put our money where our mouth is. Doing prize picks every single week this year. And I think we should keep a running total of how good everyone's doing. Don't you think, Jared?
Yeah, I can do
I
that.
think that'd be kind of fun.
I mean, I'll go faster than Tyler because I kind of got bored when Tyler was telling me his lineup because he just didn't do any pizzazz. Again, Caleb Williams, 0.5. That's a no-brainer.
Free square.
I think Travis Kelce's going over 58.5. I also think Lamar Jackson and Anthony Richardson's going for at least one touchdown. They're at 0.5. Come on. Easy. Pacheco. What is it?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Pacheco. He's going to catch 1 or 2 passes for more than 14.5 yards. And Najee Harris, I don't think he's going to be balling out this year. So 58.5, I think. 58.5, less than that. So that's I got a six legger. I got $25 on the line. Could win $275. I didn't get as dangerous as Tyler, but
it's those little red devils.
I'm looking for investment opportunities. I'm not looking for red devils. Ryan, what do you got this week? Rattle them off.
Well, I'm just going to give you my quick hitter. It's going to hit 99.9% sure on Sunday. I mean, I went with college football last weekend. Travis Hunter, more than 73.5 receiving yards. Shadur Sanders, more than 2.5 tutties. Those already hit. Third one of the third leg, Caleb Williams, more than 0.5 passing yards.
So there you go.
That's 20 to win 100. 20 to win 100. So I'm $80 up on you guys already.
Okay. Head start.
So
Yeah.
I got a couple more little secret locks in the bank. So
Caleb Williams more than half a passing yard. Aaron Jones less than 56.5 rushing yards, and Baker Mayfield less than 249.5 passing yards.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know. Baker slings it.
So, guys, if you want to play prize picks with us this season, we're going to keep a running total. Maybe you could ride with one of us. I don't know. You also got to let us know who you guys think picked the best lineup.
yeah, who would you ride with?
Yeah. Need to let us know.
I got a big truck.
So, guys, you can also sign. Plus, we're going to give you $50 instantly when you sign up and bet your first $5. All you got to do is use code YBR. We made it simple. 3 letters. YBR. Not WHYBEEARGH.
YBR.
It's not. We're not pirates, okay? So it's just YBR. And you don't even need to win your first lineup to receive the $50 bonus. It's just guaranteed. And also, like we said, 1 Caleb Williams passing yard will get you a 1 win on the PrizePicks square every week in September. They're doing it all September. And only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of W's. I suppose I could just submit a Caleb Williams.
Got to do 2. Minimum of 2, maximum of 6.
Yes.
So Caleb Williams and any other one you want.
Boom. Done. So, guys, Go to PrizePicks. All right, Jared, what do you got for us from the patrons, guys? We are on the hunt for 3,000 patrons over on Patreon. What are we at now, Tyler?
Just about 2,700.
2,700. We got 300 left to go. And once we hit 3,000, our old ball and chains are going to get together in this room and do a podcast without us. Honestly, good luck, Jared.
Yeah.
Keeping everybody in line.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be so hard.
Ann can get a little squirrely,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know Ann.
Jared, after that episode, you're just going to be begging for us to come back.
Yeah.
You think
5 years off my life.
The whole time he's just going to be Arthur fisting below the table. Just,
Do you think they'll be nervous?
I can't keep him in line.
Yeah. Keep talking shit about Ryan.
You think they'll open up a little bit once?
Well, I know.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Hey, don't talk shit about my friends.
That's not cool. Yeah.
I know my wife wants to drink beforehand, so she will not be nervous if she has been drinking.
Okay. A good thing we can edit some stuff out. Never know what's coming out of Tyler's wife's mouth.
All good things, I'm sure.
So guys, go to patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio or look us up on the app and subscribe. We have over hundreds of episodes on there. Lots of content, and let's get the wives rolling.
Jack Shotgun. Which one of the four of you is most likely to pull off a cowboy hat?
Not me.
I have a cowboy hat.
So which one of the three of you is going to pull off a cowboy hat?
I bought a hat. I went to a cowboy hat store. The regular cowboy hats were
And you
$2.
bought an Australian hat.
Yeah. And
Yeah, more of a fedora.
No, it's still
It's
flat.
like an Outback.
It's flat brimmed. Yeah, it's quite literally the brand. And I wanted to look like Indiana Jones is what I was going for, but I ended up looking like the reporter from Tiger King.
I don't remember the report.
You Google the reporter from Tiger King.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's not what I was going for. I wanted rough archaeologist adventurer.
Gotcha.
And I got greasy, definitely immoral reporter.
Didn't you buy a cowboy hat in Nashville?
No, I bought boots.
You bought boots. I think I'm probably most likely to pull off a cowboy hat. When I was weighed a little bit more than I do now, I got that I look like Rip from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Once in a while. He's definitely cooler than I am. Also, if you guys, just side note, the actor who plays Rip, he also was the villain in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, that's
people forget that.
Yeah, that's why when I figured that out, I was mind blown.
So I think I'm most likely, but Jared could be a dark horse for it, no pun intended.
Yeah, you could, I think, Jared.
Yeah. Ryan, your head's just like a little too small for a cowboy hat.
I mean, I have been told I look like Taylor Sheridan a couple times.
No, you haven't.
But
I mean, you could say I've been told I look like insert name, and I'd believe that you've been told that.
Yeah.
So,
Idris Elba.
But no, I'm not. I don't own a cowboy hat, and I actually don't think I can buy one. I have thrown bales before multiple times, so I am a little qualified. But
no, I have total stolen valor.
Yeah, I
got it on vacation, and it's now just in my closet.
Have you ridden a horse?
I have ridden a horse.
Yeah, that helps. That helps the resume.
Yeah, I guess I have too. Bareback. I've actually fun fact. I've never rode a horse on a saddle before. It's always been bareback.
That's kind of badass. That may
feels better.
No, it doesn't.
No, it hurts.
That's when I was young. I was way younger, so things didn't get in the way as much.
Last time I rode a horse bareback, there was like another gal there, and she slapped the horse's ass, trying to be comforting. Scared the horse. He spooked. And so I was holding on to his hair because he didn't have reins on him either. And he ran into this old milking parlor that was filled with horse shit. So the ceiling was only like 6 feet off. And he panicked when he got in there. So he started bucking. And I got my back pinned between the horse and the ceiling of the milking parlor. And then I fell off the horse because there's no saddle. And so I just curled up into a ball and waited to get trampled. And thank God he didn't step on me when he ran out.
Wow.
But my back was all sorts of bruised and cut up from the ceiling of the milking parlor. So I'm saddles only from here on out.
Saddles only. I like that.
Saddlesonly.com.
Yep.
Scoop it up.
What a story.
Yeah.
You've landed shit.
I sure did. Covered in shit and blood.
Most interesting man in the Midwest is Tyler.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
140 jobs he's had in his life, and he's only 28. You 28? 29. Yeah, I mean, he's riding horses into milk parlors.
Landed in horse
shit.
Yep.
I mean,
cow
this
shit,
guy,
whatever.
Broke
He
a water
worked
pipe.
irrigation.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable, your resume of stuff you've done in your life. But also, I feel like you haven't done anything.
I'm just quiet about my experiences.
That's true. I like that. You keep them for yourself.
Yeah.
Iced mounter. Hashtag stump Myles.
Oh.
Hiking for 2 hours or only listen to Ryan talk about UFC in a 6-hour car ride.
That is a very good one.
Stumped.
That is good.
Consider him stumped.
2-hour hike.
That's an easy.
So 1 hour there, 1 hour back.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, it could be a super flat hike.
Now,
Could be.
I think I can handle hikes a little better now that I've lost like 60 pounds. So that is a little more enticing. Still fucking think it's the dumbest sport or activity, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just drive up there, you know? And if you can't drive up there, it's not worth it.
Humans weren't meant to go there.
No, maybe you didn't specify this is a hike up a mountain because you can have a flat hike.
It could very easily be a walk, literally a walk in a park.
But
it's a hike though. It's
that's not a hike.
walk.
Yeah.
You just go off the sidewalk and then you're hiking.
Yeah, or just walk in the ditch.
Something where you'd have to wear different shoes than your street shoes.
Okay, that's a good distinction.
That paints the
actually.
picture a little better.
Yeah, I got to wear some Keens.
Some Keens, yeah.
I had an uncle that bought a pair of Keens, but when he would walk, it would squeak. So he had a pair of squeaky Keens that he had to bring back to the sporting goods store, and he had to make a whole big deal out of it. And they actually took it back, and that's what he's like. They squeak when I walk.
Oh, really?
I can't stand it. Like that episode of SpongeBob when he's got the squeaky boots.
Yep.
So yeah, I could wear some squeaky Keens.
Squeaky Keens?
Squeaky Keens.
See, now I wouldn't talk about UFC I don't talk about it in a hardo fashion. If we're in conversation
we're talking
about it.
6 hours.
See, here's the thing though. I don't
imagine listening to a 6-hour podcast just about UFC.
But I don't think I could talk. I don't even think I could
But
talk about
in
UFC
this
for
scenario,
6 hours.
You have to.
For this scenario.
So we're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Does it say talk for 6 hours, or is it just a 6-hour road trip?
Ryan, talk about UFC in a 6-hour car ride.
Talk about UFC in a 6-hour car ride. So
There's a loophole. You could just
can
talk about it once and then you're in a car ride for 6 hours. Loophole.
and I think you'd be interested in the stuff the takes that I have.
But like, listen to 6 hours of anything sucks.
But we're not talking for 6 hours about UFC.
It does.
I think I got to go UFC with Ryan.
Wow.
I almost went the hike route, but I can make a game out of it. I can see if I can get him squirrely. I can see if I can make him mad by saying that.
You could try to gaslight him into
saying that
It's like Khabib is the GOAT. And I'd be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking
Jones
heard.
is a pussy or something like that.
No, try to gaslight him into a fighter that doesn't exist, getting him to admit that they were good.
Yeah. You got to admit that Paul Williams was actually pretty good in his prime.
You don't remember Paul Williams? I thought you were a UFC guy. You should know all about Paul Williams.
But I would do it specifically on the road trip, but we have no service, so you can't look it up.
But I would just know you guys.
Yeah. CM Punk could have been the greatest UFC fighter ever.
No,
He
He could have.
No, you're talking Seth
sucked.
Rollins.
Yeah, him too.
He sucked.
Kimbo Slice had a shot though.
He did.
He could definitely go 6 hours. Yeah, I'll choose the Ryan.
Okay. Good clean pun. If you've forgotten something at the house, how close do you still need to be actually to turn around and go get it?
I'm in the center of my neighborhood. Then there's a few layers, right? It's like just out, like leaving the neighborhood boundaries. And then there's another to get to the main road. And then there's the interstate, right? So it's kind of 4 different levels. If I am not quite to the main road and I really needed it, I would turn around. If I'm on the main road and I'm almost the interstate, I'm not turning around to that. Unless it was like unless I'm going on a hunting trip and I forgot my shotgun.
Yeah.
Which has happened. Then I got to turn around. But I mean, if it's just like, oh, I forgot a toothbrush, I'm not turning around for that shit.
Well, there's no good place to really turn around in a close proximity on the main road either.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't know if I would turn around as I'm leaving my neighborhood for a toothbrush. I think I would just pick one up on the way.
Yeah,
What about your wallet? Where would you need to be for your wallet?
I would definitely turn around most places.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would need to be within 250 miles.
I
I'm kidding. Yeah, come on.
I mean, I think if like 20 miles. If I'm further than 20 miles, I'm probably not turning around to get my wallet.
Yeah,
Well, it depends
and I
on-
would probably do it like, hey, and hop in the car with my wallet, meet us at this exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, split the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm leaving on a road trip and I'm 20 miles out, I'm like, well, you're paying for everything this week, honey.
Yeah, the problem
It's a good
is
move.
if
Yeah.
you get carded and you don't got anything, that's tough.
Uh,
You have to
hopefully
sit there like this.
I mean, are you guys getting carded much anymore? I'm
No,
not.
not a chance.
No, fucking.
No, once I
am.
got that one gray beard hair, it's all been downhill.
I just have my card out before they even ask.
Hmm.
Just, I don't know.
Get
I'm
ahead of it.
I'm probably the one getting carded the most here.
Correct.
You
Probably.
guys would agree. Farthest I'm going, it all depends on the time crunch that I'm in. I mean, if I got to be somewhere in 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes away. I have to be within 2 blocks away from my house. Cause I mean, it's 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes back to my house and then 2 minutes from where I turn around. I mean, I'm going to be late. So
Yeah, I mean, if it's just like I'm doing something in town, I forgot my wallet, I'm raw dogging
Yeah.
that until I get home.
for sure. If
It's just like one of those things I believe that I'll just find a way to pay for something that I would need to.
yeah, I mean, a change jar or something.
Phone.
Trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple Pay or whatever.
Mhm.
You could trade something from your vehicle too.
Yeah.
You could.
For this
Yeah.
pack
you
of
could-
sunflower seeds, I will give you 2 hats.
Yeah. If I get on the interstate, I'm probably not turning around unless I have a little bit of time. Then I'll go one. If I'm past the first exit on the interstate to then come back to my house, I'm gonna
Okay,
keep
so
going.
we went golfing last week. You forgot your shoes. How far were you when you
I was in
realized?
between the exit that I got onto the interstate and the next exit.
Okay.
So I was probably only 4 or 5 minutes away.
I fucking hate leaving something at home.
It's the worst.
Dumbest feeling.
It's totally understandable that you did that, especially if you're packing a bunch of other shit, but it still makes you feel stupid no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, then you gotta fucking speed through school zones and shit. No, I'm kidding, you guys. Don't do that.
It's good PSA.
Go 20.
Follow the flow of traffic.
Follow
Yeah.
traffic. Take the back roads.
John McGraw. What officially ends summer? What officially ends summer? You guys didn't hear
The
that.
calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, Labor Day is a good jumping off point. You could go the weather route. Soon as it drops below, consistently 70 degrees, starts getting in the 60s. I would say that's a good point. For you guys, it could be the last time you get to play golf, but you could play golf into October.
Yeah.
That's definitely fall.
For sure.
For sure.
I would say
I mean, I think
as soon as if you're going to go watch an outdoor football game and you got to wear a sweatshirt, summer's over.
Agreed. Because that game's probably starting at noon at the earliest.
Correct. And if it's cold at noon for a sweatshirt, summer's over.
I can't wait for cold at
It's
noon, to
gonna
be
be
honest.
awesome. Oh my God. It's like 88 today on the drive
just
over here.
gross.
You guys got to quit wishing time away.
You're right. I got to enjoy this blazing hot weather. I can't wait to go outside and sweat.
Yeah, it's better in winter.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, come negative 20, we're going to be like, fuck, I wish it was 88
Fuck.
at noon.
God.
Let's see. 2 fun facts. Until 1936, the jump ball in basketball took place at center court after every single made basket.
Say that again.
What?
Until 1936, the jump ball in basketball took place at center court after every single made basket.
So I make a layup. We then go to center court and do a jump ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the fact that you could just literally score 100 points without the other team touching the ball.
Yeah.
Like that concept's very funny to me. But how long are these games?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have back in the 30s, if you have a 7-footer, which I did 7-footers exist in the 30s.
No.
If you had a 6'5" guy and you won every jump ball, I mean, we're in make it take it territory.
that becomes like the most important position in the game.
Big
correct?
time. Yeah, the big man.
Like you train your jump ball guy just to do that.
Changes the whole game. I mean, that's how soccer does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how hockey. That's how hockey.
That's how football kind of
That's
does
literally
it.
how hockey does it. That's how football does it.
Just doesn't work with basketball.
Like in today's NBA would be a disaster.
Oh my God. So start and stop.
I mean, it would be sick at the end of the game, though. If it was a tight game.
Yeah.
Maybe like last 2 minutes, maybe.
That would be sweet.
Might be
I
better.
would go to a basketball game for that.
And there was like, what if there was like no fouls on the jump ball either? Until possession is being held by somebody, there's no fouls.
Shit
Hey,
show.
maybe dumb.
Awesome.
Dumb. I don't know anything about basketball. When there's like a jump ball and like there's dual possession, do they go to center court to do that jump?
In the NBA, they actually do a jump ball, and it's whatever it's closest to or whatever. It's either where they shoot free throws, center court, or the other free throw line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all other levels, they just get it out of bounds. And
It's
there's
like
a
an arrow,
possession
right?
arrow,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Which I think is dumb. I think you should do a jump ball in all
I agree.
levels.
Well, high school, you get that one big kid. I don't know.
Big advantage.
Yeah.
He just happened to move into the district.
The dream.
September derives its name from the Latin word septum. I think it's septum, which means 7. This is because in the original Roman calendar, September was actually the 7th month of the year. It was only later that the calendar was adjusted to include the months of January and February.
Didn't we talk about this?
You and I did this with Jake like a month ago.
Yeah. This is not a new fact for
Oh,
me. I
okay.
knew that. Let's go. You know that?
What about January and February?
Got added later.
Really?
Yep. The original Roman calendar had 10 months, but the year didn't cover the entire year, leaving the remaining days of winter unorganized.
And then some of
What? Who's the person that set that system up? Like, yeah, fuck. Well, yeah, let's just roll with 10, figure it out later.
well, and then July and I think there's another month had different names, and then
July.
Julius Caesar changed it to July after himself
What a narcissist.
because it used to be the number for 6, and then he changed it to July because he wanted a number or a month after him.
Hey, do what you can, I guess.
Huh. I was actually shocked I didn't see any Green Day jokes on my timeline yesterday.
Yeah. Well, September's not end, so it
They're
would
sleeping.
be October 1st.
Yeah, give it like 29 days.
Yeah, but the Green Day jokes, aren't they made on September 1st to wake me up when September ends?
You're thinking of April
Oh,
1st.
They wake
You're
you wake
thinking
up
of
at the
October
end.
1st.
Yeah, because
So
it's like, oh, time to
oh,
wake
God,
him
I'm
up.
so glad I had such a good sleep.
But wake me up when September ends. You would say that at the beginning of September.
No,
because-
they're asleep.
But you can also do a joke like, hey, I'm awake now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for waking me up.
Yeah.
It hits you on the last day of August.
You're out.
Then
No,
they go to
I know
bed.
what you're saying. It's like, well, guys, enjoy September. I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah, wake me up when September ends. You wouldn't say that last day
Well,
of
just
September.
you try it and see if you get any laughs.
Yeah.
Well, no, here's the thing. My neighbors next door, they're foster parents for dogs. And I asked them, I said, they had a new foster. I said, hey, what's the new foster dog's name? And she said Green Day. And it was September 1st.
It's
Don't you know?
hilarious.
So I said, well, fuck, I'll make sure I wake that dog up when September ends.
You said that?
I did. I have 100%.
And did it get a laugh?
It got like a snarky chuckle kind of like, oh, really? You know? So that's the only reason I asked.
Nice. Got any other facts, Jared?
That's all I have.
Well, guys, that's it for another episode of You Betcha Radio podcast. May your September nap be good. We'll wake you up when September ends. And may your Culver's meal and root beer taste so sweet. See you next one. Love you guys.
Love you.
Cheers, Ryan.
Love you.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
What is the toughest and most physically demanding sport? Obviously not UFC.
Why does that get axed right off the bat?
You have to ask him.
Or is he's saying it's obviously not UFC. So it is still on the table.
This is just a very large thing to unpack.
Loaded question.
Say the question once again.
What is the toughest and most physically demanding sport? Obviously not UFC.
Well, let's first, what is physically demanding in your guys' mind? Like it breaks down your body the fastest. It causes the most amount of injuries. Is it a combination of all of that?
I think it'd be a combination of all of that.
You know, is it
Wear
that
and
if you
tear.
did this for 10 years, which one are you going to be the worst off about?
I think it's a combination of like the wear and tear on your body and dedication to like what you need to do when you're not in the actual competition, like the training and whatnot.
Yeah, training's huge.
And I mean, you guys know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say wrestling. Because like the main thing about wrestling is like every other sport has their one thing once a week or twice a week. Wrestling, you're doing that at least 3 times a week. And then you'll do it probably 4 times in the one day you're doing it. Plus you have
How many injuries happen in wrestling? I have no clue.
Every wrestler has a hip injury, a knee injury, or a shoulder injury.
Okay. So does every football player.
Yep. And then
they do say that football players, it's like a football game is like being in 3 car accidents.
Yes.
Wrestling's 4.
Now you only do that once a week,
Right.
but it depends on what level you're at. Like high school football, you're fucking full padded up, full tackle every day if your coach doesn't know what he's doing.
Correct. Which we did.
That's a.
I mean, we could just throw baseball out,
Yeah.
And I think baseball
for
players would
sure,
agree with that.
golf out.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you can do a doubleheader in one day, I think you're out.
That's true. Or
Baseball is not physically demanding.
here's the thing: if you can do more than one game in a week,
You're right.
might have to be out.
Now, here's the thing about UFC is that UFC,
Right? Like I think in this. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because UFC's definitely in that. It's like you do how many a year?
Well, like
2?
The high profile fighters will fight 1, maybe twice a year. The guys who are trying to make it up to the top will fight 3, maybe 4 times a year. If you fight 4 or 5 times in a year, that's a huge workload.
Right. And like in the moment, I absolutely think UFC is worse on your body. Like just for the moment, like it's harder than one singular wrestling match a UFC fight is. It's harder on a person. But like I think it was Anderson Silva that talked about how wrestling is harder just because you're constantly doing it all the time.
And you're cutting weight.
You're cutting weight and
UFC, you're cutting weight too.
Yep. But just once or twice a year. You're
Mhm.
cutting weight for 6 to 8 months in wrestling. You have to make weight 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's true. I think you also got to throw the hat in the ring, like ultra marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Because like you got to run an ultra marathon. Your dad did one, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many miles would he run a day?
Well, it's not so much. It's more so how many would he run in a week? Like his long runs on Sundays were usually like 30 plus miles.
You're running a marathon,
30 to 35
as
miles.
training.
Mm-hmm.
There's people who like can't walk after a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I think you got to throw that into the ring.
You know what a good metric would be? I don't know where we'd find this. Like the amount of people that start the sport that actually finish it. Because I feel like the more people that are quitting, that's a tough sport.
Ultra marathon?
No, I'm just any sport. Like I think that would help with this debate, this argument.
I don't have any statistics.
Like, what do you mean by finish it?
Like start the season and then actually finish it. Like what's the percentage of kids that finish a basketball season compared to the amount of kids that will finish their baseball season?
Sure.
So you're saying wrestling, no one finishes?
There's you by the end of the year, you're at about 30% of the kids that started.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, wrestling's definitely in there. Jared, what do you think?
It's a sport that no longer exists, but I think gladiators was probably
Yeah, probably.
in Rome.
Yeah.
Probably tough as
You know what? I'm actually, I think the hardest sport
I
to
think
do.
only like 50% of the people made it through gladiators.
10% luck.
So, but Tyler said 30.
Honestly, less than that because they would do they would flood the Coliseum and do these giant ship battles, and then whoever ship was left was the winner. So it would be like they'd get rid of 80% of the people in the Coliseum. Crazy shit. But the hardest sport, water polo.
I was gonna say,
That shit's
But
insane,
great for your
dude.
joints.
Great for your joints. though.
Great for your joints.
Yep, no weight
let's not
cutting.
Fuck around here, John.
They are fighting under the water.
I know, but you're what percentage of your body weight in the water? It's just takes all of the gravity out of play.
Can they touch?
No, they're treading water the entire time.
I don't know, but
They're like playing kind of basketball while treading water and wrestling each other at the same time.
physically demanding, not as hard on your body.
Okay,
do you think I have to take a shower afterwards?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
You gotta
You
get
get
the
the
chlorine
chlorine
off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
And their hair's dry because they wear those caps.
it's true. A lot of sweat.
There's no way
Um,
the water's getting in those.
yeah. Always
Yeah.
wondered that.
Nice try, but not
The
letting
wa-
you sneak that one
I
past
don't-
the goalie.
I don't think I there's no chance. I couldn't do water polo, dude. I'd fucking drown.
And I think like
I know, but that wasn't the question.
I think football is obviously very physically demanding, but it's also position based.
For sure.
Yeah. If you're in the box, you're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where like
Now, but if you're a receiver catching a hospital ball over the middle,
yeah.
I mean, you're also fucked.
Who's the dude on the
Or if you're a
Seahawks?
quarterback standing there like I had to do and get decapitated by a D lineman that doesn't get blocked, I mean, you're also fucked.
That's your
fucked.
that was your blind side too.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Did you ask after that or no?
I was too dazed and confused.
Yeah, but you probably didn't even know where you were at.
No, I popped up like a hot stove, I'm pretty sure.
Jared, who's that receiver that refuses to get tackled but just go
Tyler
down?
Lockett.
Tyler Lockett.
Lockett,
yeah.
yes.
I respect it.
No?
Gonna injure himself though. You got to learn how to fall in football. That's what longevity is all about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tom Brady knew how to get tackled. We are on the road to 3,000 patrons. And once we hit 3,000 patrons, we are going to have our wives do an episode without us. And it's probably going to be a disaster for us.
Mhm.
But that is what we signed up for. And you guys can help make it happen if you go sign up at patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio or look us up on the app. Get us to 3,000. Our wives are probably going to roast us in that episode. So go check us out. Put us into the torture chamber.
Pray for us.
Pray for us.